The Arizona Cardinals escape barely with the win against the New Orleans Saints in Week 1, starting off 1-0. Ladies and gentlemen, we got a lot to talk about in this game. Are you proud of the Arizona Cardinals, or are you just proud that the Arizona Cardinals came out with the win? Let's get started. What's going on, everybody? Welcome back into another video. Definitely do me a huge favor, smack up that like button and subscribe for more Arizona Cardinals content. On this channel, we're covering the Arizona Cardinals news, breaking news, conversational pieces, everything surrounding your favorite team. So subscribe it up. It's absolutely for free. But today, ladies and gentlemen, we are talking about Cardinals versus Saints. If you guys did not watch the game, it just concluded where the Cardinals ended up beating the New Orleans Saints by 7 points, 20-13, and now advancing 1-0 on the season. And I'm not going to lie to you, there was a lot of points in this game that kind of got me frustrated with the offensive side of the ball and also the Arizona Cardinals defensive side of the ball as well, which as of right now, when I'm looking at this game, the Saints defense, they really harassed Kyler Murray back there. Now, whether this was Kyler Murray's fault or the offensive line's fault, whatever the situation was, Kyler Murray took 5 sacks. 5 sacks today, while Spencer Rattler was only sacked once. So we got a lot to talk about in this game. Like I said before, subscribe it up. Absolutely for free. We're on the road to 18K. Cannot do it without you guys, so absolutely appreciate it. Let's talk about the positives first, right? Let's talk about the positives and the big takeaways in this game. Let me give a huge shout out here to the sponsors of the AZ Sports Fan here on YouTube, Sleeper. More on them a little later on, but let's dive into this game. Big takeaways. Number 1, the Cardinals are 1-0 in the season. We'll take it, right? We'll take it. There's going to be a lot of games that we're going to be paying attention to in the second part of, football Sunday, which we got, 49ers versus the Seahawks. Hope they beat the hell out of each other. And then on top of that, you got the Texans versus the Rams. Go Texans, right? But in this game specifically, in the first half, I was pretty proud. I'm not going to lie to you. I was pretty proud of the Arizona Cardinals in the first half. The second half, I was really hoping that either the defensive side of the ball or the offensive side of the ball really kind of came up and showed up. Now, you're probably going to sit back and say, well, the defense only gave up 13 points, right? That's good, Mike. Like, why are you so upset? I'm not upset, right? I was really just expecting more from the defense, if I'm going to be real with you. I was expecting a lot more from the defense. Now, of course, Calais Campbell, Josh Sweat, who else? Second year of Darius Robinson. We saw Jordan Burch almost get a sack, so kudos for that. But I was expecting a lot more from this defense. And you also got to take a look at your opponent. You're playing the New Orleans Saints. This is the team that, let's be real, a lot of guys have that are probably going to be somewhere in the top 5 in the somewhere in the 2026 NFL draft. So although I'm happy that we won this game, of course, any win is a W, you got to celebrate it. But I was really expecting more of a dominating fashion by the Arizona Cardinals offense and defense. Let's take a look at some stats, shall we? In the first half, like I mentioned before, I was actually proud of the Arizona Cardinals. I really was. Kyler Murray was like 140-something yards, 150 yards. And guess what? By the time the second half came around, he only really amounted to probably like less than 30 yards. It's insane. It's insane to see how bad the offensive side really struggled. I think that was really working out for the offensive side of the ball for the Saints. Was those quick throws. There was some times that the Arizona Cardinals defense potentially could have got back there in Spencer Rattler, but they only had 1 sack, and that belonged to Baron Browning. I'm not going to lie to you. I was really hoping a little bit more. But let's look at the stats. Spencer Rattler ended up finishing this game 27-46, 214. Kyler was 21 of 29, 163 yards, 2 touchdowns. Trey Benson had himself a really crazy run. It was like a pitch out to the right-hand side, and he went nuts with like a 50-plus yard. It was amazing. It really was. James Conner was 12 carries, 39 yards, but he did get a touchdown under his belt, which helps out, right? And it was a pitch out, right? It was kind of a pitch out from Kyler. Marvin Harrison Jr. got involved, 5 receptions, 71 yards, and a touchdown. Trey McBride got involved, 6 receptions, 61 yards. Anybody else? Not really. But this kind of was what happened last year as well. It's like the Marvin and Trey McBride show, and then, of course, you got your run game, right? So this is not a shock, and this is not a surprise to me. Greg Dortch didn't really do much. Zay Jones didn't really do much. Elijah Higgins caught a pass. Michael Wilson caught 1 pass. Like, I don't think these numbers really affect or like is a true testament as to who these guys are, right? And I'm talking about Wilson, Zay Jones. It's just this offense doesn't really have a lot of, I guess, a lot of looks. I guess I don't know. Like Kyler's really looking more at these two guys, right? That's why their numbers are much more inflated than the other guys. But Benson was the leading rusher. Benson was the leading rusher. James Conner was 1 yard more than Kyler. Like this offense, I was hoping a little bit more, if I'm going to be real. On the defensive side of the ball, Baron Browning was the only one who got a sack. Now, I'm going to say one thing. Will Johnson should have got that interception. That was such a bogus call. Bogus call from the refs. They called it like an illegal contact or something. He should have got an interception under his belt. I like what I've seen from Will Johnson, and he had a massive hit on Chris Olave. So he's looked really good as a rookie. Really, really good as a rookie so far. I like what he's done. Other than that, there really wasn't much. There really wasn't much. Rattler, 27-46, 214. Alvin Kamara, 11 carries, 45 yards, and a touchdown, which there was a holding call, a blatant, like, complete, obviously, like, holding call on Max Melton. They didn't call it. Whatever. They allowed the touchdown to go. But look at these numbers, man. A lot more spreading the ball around when it comes down to Rattler. Now let's take a look at the people who got the sacks. P. Warner, Carl Granderson got 1.5 sacks. Cameron Jordan got 1.5 sacks. Alontae Taylor, 1 sack. This is what I was expecting for the Arizona Cardinals defense, if I'm going to be real with you. This is what I was expecting for the Arizona Cardinals defense. First downs, we had 19 to their 20. Third down efficiency, it was pretty similar. Like, if we're going to come out here, and I was one of those guys too, I'm not going to lie to you. I thought the Cardinals were going to come out here and dominate this team, if I'm going to be real. I thought the Cardinals were going to come out here and dominate. These numbers are very similar and kind of eerie, to be honest with you. Total plays, they had 69 to our 61. Sacks allowed, of course, they had a lot more sacks than we did. 4 punts. Penalties, their penalties were a lot more costly, that 90 yards to our 54. Time of possession, we had 33. We got the time of possession on our side, but it didn't feel like we were ever very much comfortable at all. Unfortunately, they didn't feel very, very comfortable. And I'm talking about the Arizona Cardinals. We should have beat this team. We should have beat this team by a lot better than we did. Now, like I said, a win's a win, right? We'll take it. We'll take a win. We're 1-0 in the division. We're the top part of the division until the next 3 hours, until we find out what happens with the Seahawks and the 49ers, and of course the Texans versus the Rams. But right now, we'll take the win. We got to learn, though. We got to learn from all the mistakes that happened in this game. And boy, there was a lot of mistakes. A lot of things to clean up and hopefully build off of. And I get it. There's going to be people running to the comments saying, well, this is already year 7 of Kyler, right? Year 3 of Petzing. Why are we looking this bad? Well, that's a good question. That's a good question. I don't have the answer to it. I don't have the answer. All I can say right now is a win is a win. We'll take this win. But if the Cardinals want to be a serious contending team, and I'm talking about playoffs, they got to be better than this. Way better than this. Let me give a huge shout out here to the sponsors. Sleeper. Use promo code AZSF. They will provide you with a 100% deposit match up to $100 on your first initial deposit. Everything will be in the description below. Check out Sleeper. You can play fantasy football. You can go ahead and do hires and lowers on there. Build the best roster to potentially get yourself 100 times your money. Everything will be in the description below. Let's continue this conversation, though. I don't know where are you guys at? Like, let me know in the chat. Like, this is the time for you guys to tell me. When Kyler Murray ended up the second half or the first half with like 140 something yards, I was like, hey, he could potentially hit 200 and something, close to 300, right? That's what I was really thinking to myself. The offense didn't really do very much in the second half at all. Like, there was 3 points scored by the Cardinals in third quarter. And now we could have scored another one. But there was a field goal block by the New Orleans Saints. Shout out to them for just completely clearing one of our offensive linemen and blocking it. There was like 6 points total on both sides. Cardinals, 3 in the third quarter and 3 points for the fourth quarter for the Saints. There's a lot of things to dissect in this game, and I can't wait till the film drops. I cannot wait till the film drops to really kind of figure out what happened, right? Because although a win's a win, there's a lot of Cardinal fans, and I'm already seeing it on the X/Twitter world, right? And also Instagram. A lot of people are not impressed. A lot of people are not impressed with this win. And I get it. Like, I understand it. I get it. This was not a clean game. This was not a game that you were going to come to yourself and say, okay, well, let's take down our, you know, our team that always seems to beat us next week, right? And that's going to be the Panthers next week. I don't know that a lot of people are confident. We can get the confidence. We can get better if we just fix with a lot of stuff that went wrong. And trust me, a lot of stuff went wrong in this game. The offense wasn't sharp. The defense, I was expecting a lot more from. Josh Sweat, almost opportunities here and there. Darius Robinson, really, his name didn't show up very much. Jordan Birch almost had a sack. But with what we upgraded on our defensive side of the ball, you were really, really expecting this team to be better than winning by 7 points. And this game came down to the wire. It came down to the wire. The last 4 seconds, 4th and 10. 4 seconds left in the clock. And Spencer Rattler throws the ball going to Chris Olave. Doesn't get, I don't think it was even a catchable ball, if I'm going to be real. This offense needs to be better. It does. Shout out to my guy, Donnie Durham here. He ended up putting something on his X. He says the final 4 possessions for the Cardinals: punt, punt, block field goal, punt. You're going to go against a team in the Panthers next week. You want to win? You got to be better than what we saw. I don't get why it's taking so long to try to figure this out. I don't understand it, and I don't think I ever will. I don't think I ever will, unless this organization really comes down to themselves and like actually tells us why they think and not sugarcoat things. All I can say right now is a win's a win, right? A win's a win. It's an ugly win, but a win's a win. All right, ladies and gentlemen, let me know what your overall thoughts in the comments below. Appreciate y'all for tuning in. Thank you. As always, have a great rest of your day and go Cardinals.